Welcome, heroes. In this video, we're gonna go over everything you need to know about what was revealed for the Heroscape Rising Tide story arc, aka Wave 3. All right, the first expansion box that was revealed is of the bears. Ah, man, those last bears were so much fun and great to play with. And these ones are going to be just as cool. They got range now and an auto wound. Let's check out their cards and abilities. Okay, first off, we have Knight Primus Adelborn. All right, check him out. All the bears are so big, large. Okay, so he's Jandar. He's a champion, a wild champion. So that means he can bond with the Death Chasers, which is really cool. Or he can bond with his friends, the bear. So that'll be really fun to play. I think I'll probably try running with it. That's really cool. So his stat block, super sturdy, 8 life. That is strong. That's a lot of life. Move 6, so pretty good movement for a bear. Attack 5, oh, that's gonna hit hard. And defense at 3, been nice to see 4, but with 8 life, he's got his ability, Crushing Blow. After moving and before attacking, you may inflict 1 wound on a small or medium figure or on a small medium common hero, so squads or heroes that are small or medium if they're adjacent. So move 6, auto wound somebody, and then hit them for 5. And you got 8 life. You're gonna be lasting a long time. The bears that shoot, those are so cool looking. Check that out. They got these huge harpoons. That's gonna hurt. I like this card art. It's all like green, getting ready to shoot his harpoon at something. So these are a squad with 2 health. They got 5 move, plenty to get around the battlefield. Only range 1, but they have reload, which if they do not move on their turn, they can add 6 to the range. So they have a range of 7. That's really high. With an attack of 3, I mean, that's 9 dice, range 7. And if they have height, you can be getting up to 12 dice. Defense of 4, that is a very high defense for a range squad. With their 2 health, that's really strong. 110 points, it's good value. I mean, you could throw them in a lot of different armies just to have some good range, defense, and damage. There's nothing they can really bond with right now. They are knights. If there's any synergies with knights, if you know of any synergies in knights, throw it in the comment. But very exciting. So now we'll be able to have a full-on bear army with the Frost Claws, Irene, and then you have Ordor, Borealis, and Primus. All right, the next box that will be coming out will be with Sonlin, and he's riding a freaking dragon. That is exciting. Let's check them out. Okay, we got Sonlin riding a dragon. Ooh, that art is awesome. Let's check him out. So Archmage Sonlin riding the dragon. Does anybody know what his dragon's name is? If you do, put it in the comments. Oh man, he looks sweet. I really like that art. Big old red dragon. All right, let's check out his stats first. 6 health, that's good health. 6 move, decent. Range 6, attack 4, defense 3. So defense, it's a 3, you know, it happens. But 6 range, attack 4 is pretty strong. 170 points, it's a little high, but he is riding a dragon. And then he has Healing Wing 13. So after you move, normally with Sonlin, you may choose a figure with 1 or more wounds that is adjacent to Sonlin or that he passed over during his movement this turn, and roll the 20-sided die. If you roll 13 or higher, remove 1 wound marker from that figure. So healing, he can't heal himself, which the old Sonlin could heal himself, but it was before moving. So this gives you a little bit more versatility, especially with the flying over, that you can heal somebody. And then his Dragon Assault is when Sonlin attacks an adjacent figure, he may attack 1 additional time. If Sonlin used his flying special power this turn, roll 1 additional combat die on the first attack. So really, it's very thematic. He comes flying in with his dragon, right? Land. Well, let's go back further. Strategically, let's say, I don't know, we're using the bears, for example. You move the bears up, they attack, kill something, you're Opponent takes a turn, damages one of your bears. Doesn't kill him, just hurts him because they got 2 life, right? And then your next order marker's on Sonnet. Cool dragon flies over the bear, heals the bear, lands, attacks somebody adjacent to him, so he gets that extra dice, so that's 5. Kills him, and then he has range of 6, so then he shoots somebody else for 4. That's pretty cool. So you're not getting bonding, but you're getting potentially 2 attacks and a heal, and then some cool movement and different choices, right? Which that's what I've noticed a lot of the Age of Annihilation figures. There's a lot more dynamic to what they can do. It's not just I hit hard or attack a lot or move far. Like there's a lot into their abilities that make it a lot of fun. All right, our other guy in this expansion box is Helucia, the Scion of the Wild. He looks rad, freaking Centaur. So, wow, in the darkest groves of Arboreus. There's what he looks like painted up. He's really cool looking. I like him. 120 points, 7 life, 7 move, attack 5, defense 3. For 120 points, that's like a no-brainer. But then he has abilities. Let's see what all his abilities are. Command familiar. He has command familiar. So after a villain order marker and before taking his turn, you could take a turn with a small or medium beast you control. So right now it'd be Anshu or Kita, which is cool, a little extra, but more will be coming out and we'll get more beasts to bond with. They'll make that stronger. But still, him alone's pretty strong, but then he gets an extra move, so good activation. He has Rouse the Glade. Figures adjacent to a tree or bush roll 1 fewer combat dice when defending against Helucia's attacks. So if he runs up and does a basic attack, he's attack 5, and then if they're next to a bush hiding from range, well, he's going to make you not want to hide from range by the bushes because you're going to get 1 less defense with that. So that's very powerful. But it's ride by special attack, and if they're by bushes, so it's attack 3, and basically he gets to attack 3 times when he moves by 4. So instead of moving attacking, you move 4, attack 3 times. They have to be different figures each time, but if they're all by bushes, that's a strong attack right there. I really like that. That's exciting. Next box. There's so much coming out. This is exciting. The next box is the Hellforge Manticore. Okay, the Hellforge Manticore. That thing's terrifying. And who's driving this thing? Kind of looks like there's like a helmet right there. I don't know. Somebody's in this thing. Oh, he's got a long bio. That's cool. I'll have to come back and read that. Okay, let's check this guy out. Hellforge Manticore. All right, base stats. 6 health. It's great. 4 move. It's a little slow, but he's got some cool abilities to help with that. Attack 4, decent. Defense 4, great. 130 points. That's great. He is Isonic, which means the Iron Lich Viscerat can bond with the Hellforge Manticore. So now we can have the Viscera with the Wraith Riders and the Hellforge all in an army. That could be really strong. Let's see what his abilities are. This is what makes him stronger. So you have Blast Furnace 15 during Hellforge Manticore's turn before moving with it, and each time it moves onto a space during this movement, you must roll the 20-sided dice for each figure adjacent to Hellforge. If you roll a 15 or higher, that figure receives 1 wound. Figures with the lava resistance, whatever, and also he can't be affected. Hellforge cannot roll for Blast Furnace against the same figure more than once per turn. So you can't just run circles around somebody, but because it's each time you move into a space. So you're burning potentially 4 times in a row. Get the move glyph on this guy, that's a lot of burns. You would have to do some disengaging, but if you kill it, you just move again. So you can get a lot of auto kills right there with the auto wounds. Also, he has feed the forge though, 15. So if a figure or destructible object adjacent to Hellforge is destroyed, you may roll the 20-sided die, add 8 to the roll if the figure is Isonic, Soulborg, or destructible. So yeah, if it's got metal in it, you roll, add 8 to that roll. So 15 or higher, then you remove 1 wound marker. So he can be healing himself, burning, healing. And then to make it even better though, and this helps out his movement, he has Isonic Advance. At the start of each round, after all order markers have been placed, if all your order markers are placed on Isonic army cards, you may move Hellforge up to 4 spaces. Hellforge must end this movement on empty space. That can get him up into the action and ready to burn. So you can kind of set up, burn away. So what's really cool too is you can be using the Wraith Riders to position people, move them around, and then you do the Hellforge and burn them. So there's some cool combos you can get going, and then it's bonding with Viscerat. So really cool card. I'm excited to try him out. Run him with Viscerat. I mean, he really could just burn so many guys, and you can take leaving engagements because you're going to just burn on another guy and heal yourself. So really cool. The next one coming out looks like we have some bugs. Interesting. Let's see. It was Queen Maladrix and Festering Honor Guard. Let's check out their cards. Okay, here we go. Queen Maladrix. She's a creepy bug and lots of arms or legs. Yeah. Let's check her out. I saw her at Gen Con in a display case. She's a big figure. She is huge. Like, she's huge. She's going to be menacing on the battlefield. Let's see. She's from Revna. She's queen, so works with some VC figures too for bonding. Let's see, stat blocks. 6 health, 6 move. That's a lot of move for such a huge figure. Attack 4, very decent. Defense 5. 5 with 6. She's gonna last quite a while. 160 points, decent. All right, let's read her abilities. Festering Honor Guard bonding. So she can bond with the Festering Honor Guard. So after revealing order marker on Queen Maladrix, the Conqueror, and before taking a turn with her, you may first take a turn with your Festering Honor. Cool, simple. She has a double attack, so I'm gonna throw 8 dice with this one. Yep, so just additional normal attack. Infestation 9. After taking a turn with Queen Maladrix, you may choose a unique hero adjacent to Queen Maladrix that does not have a Festering Honor card on its army card, and roll the 20-sided die. If you roll a 9 or higher, you may place one of your destroyed Festering Honor guard on that army card. Okay, so one of your honor guards has died after you kill everything with double attacks. If anything's left, you can put a Festering Honor Guard on it. It does have to be a unique hero, so it's not, you can't throw it onto squads. That'd probably be too powerful for whatever it does. So put it on a unique hero. So that's cool. So help kill heroes. Let's see what her Festering Honor Guard do. All right, the Festering Honor Guard. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I know there has never been a 5-unit army card. So let's check these out. Juvenile, little bugs, cute, fun. Let's see here. So they're guards. There's some synergies there with the guards, and relentless. So parasite. So this is probably where we're getting them. So for the entire game, if one of your Festering Honor Guard is on a unique hero's army card at the end of the round, you must roll the 20-sided die for that hero. If you roll a 17 or higher, destroy that hero. Wow. So you can get a 9 or higher from her, put the guard on there, and then at the end of the round, for the entire game, if one of your Festering Honor guards is on a unique hero army card at the end of the round, so at the end of each round, you'll roll. If you roll 17 or higher, destroy the hero. If a Festering Honor Guard is on a unique hero's army card, when that hero is destroyed by this special power, or by a normal attack, or special attack, or leaving engagement attack, place that Festering Honor Guard on a space that hero occupied if possible. Oof, that's crazy. So potentially you can kill any unique hero. So Major Q9, your dragon. All right, throw Festering 9, dragon. Roll 17 or higher, end of any round, dead. I mean, maybe it doesn't pop off until like the last round and you kill their dragon, and then you get a Festering Honor Guard back to fight. And to make it better, let's say they've killed your queen. Well, they have Motherless Rage. If Queen Maladrix, the Conqueror, is in your army, when she is destroyed, you may move any unrevealed order markers from her army card to this army card. Swap right over. That's nice. Kind of like both from VC. Festering Honor Guards add 1 to their attack value if Queen Maladrix is in your army and is destroyed. So then they become 3/3s. 6 move, and then they got climb, so they can climb up stuff. Wow, that's cool. So starting out the game with these guys, 60 points, 160, so 220 points. You have 5 activations, 6 with the queen, but she has double attacks, so you can potentially have 7 attacks. And then round 2, what are they going to do? They go for the queen, your parasites get better. They go for the parasites, then the queen might infest your heroes with parasites and then bring them back to life. I am very excited to play these guys. That's going to be really cool. All right, what's the next box? More bugs, which I really like the last bugs, so these bugs might be pretty cool too. This is the Oathbound Phalanx and the Oathbound Legionnaires. Let's see what they do. We're gonna start with the Oathbound Phalanx. That is just a horde of them. There's so many of them. Let's see what they are. Wow, look at that. That's so creepy. A giant swarm of bugs. Yeah, look at their shot zone, all their little eyeballs. They can see you from everywhere. All right, stat block, 3 life. Not great. With 3 defense, you could die quick. 5 moves, normal. 80 points, so that's pretty cheap. Let's see if his abilities make him stronger. Break the link. Before taking a turn with the Oathbound Phalanx, you may place any Oathbound Legionnaire figures you control from this army card onto any empty spaces adjacent to the Oathbound Phalanx. After revealing an order marker on the Oathbound Phalanx, and after taking a turn with it, you may take a turn with any Oathbound Legionnaires you control. Okay, so with Break the Link, you can bond with the little guys, so that's cool. But it is also, you can drop them off, which I'm guessing, let's check it. Let's check the Legionnaires. There you go. Fun. Lots of little guys. The Legionnaires become 1 at the start of the game. If you have the Oathbound Phalanx in your army, then you may place any or all Oathbound Legionnaire figures on your Oathbound Phalanx army card instead of placing them normally. So at the beginning of the game, you can be like, I'm gonna put all 4 of these guys on the Phalanx. Instead of attacking while an Oathbound Legionnaire, if you control the Oathbound Phalanx and it is adjacent to that Legionnaire, you may place that Oathbound Legionnaire onto the Oathbound Phalanx army card. It's like a bus. Get on the bus, guys! Or like the Trojan horse kind of thing. So, okay, cool. Let's read the rest of all the abilities and then we'll put it all together. So their move 6, attack 3, defense 3, 50 points. That's cheap for 4 figures. That's 10 apiece. And they're 3/3s. That's cheap. And they have disengage and then climb. Okay, so disengage, super helpful. So they could, if they get tied down, they can't get tied down, so they can get back to the bus. I probably should paint these guys like yellow, or the bus yellow. All right, so we have the break link, so they can bond with them. So that's cool. 1 falls, the swarm survives. When the Oathbound Phalanx would receive 1 or more wounds, you may remove an Oathbound Legionnaire figure from this army card and destroy it. If you do, ignore all wounds, and the Oathbound Phalanx would have received. Well, there you go. So that's 4 shields basically for this guy. That's great. So that increases his survivability a lot. And only 80 points, and he can survive. In essence, he's like 7-ish life, but you don't have to do it unless he gets hurt. So he could survive quite a bit. All is 1 special attack. So it's attack 3 adjacent. You may attack once for each Oathbound Legionnaire figure on this army card. When attacking small or medium figure with all is 1 special attack. If you roll a skull on every die, the defending figure cannot roll any defense dice and is immediately destroyed. Wow. That's powerful. So this is what you do. Here's the scenario. I put at the start of the game, boom, we throw all 4 of the Legionnaires on the Phalanx. Take a turn with the Phalanx. I move up, and I probably just stay there because, 5, I'm probably not engaged. Turn 2, I move, and then they move, and they're probably within range now. So I have 2 choices here. I could do, before I take my turn, I could drop off all the Legionnaires. I mean, depending on what you're up against, it might be worth it. So you drop them all off, let's say that. And then I move up with him, make an attack of 3. Cool. Maybe kill something. Done. And then the other guys, I can move all of them, and they all have attacks of 3. Boom, 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 attack with all. Cool. So that's one option. The other option is you just leave them on there. You run up, and you get an attack up to 4 times. And if they're small or medium stuff, then they immediately get destroyed if you roll 3 skulls. Really cool. So that's a lot of versatility and choices. So you can keep them on there. You could drop 1 or 2 off and then still take turns with them, or just in case, because maybe let's say you drop 2 off, you move the Phalanx up, he attacks twice. If he gets all the kills and there's nothing left, you could have the other guys just jump right back on their turn. Or you could, if they didn't finish them off, then you have them just finish killing them. So that's some good versatility here and protection. And it's only 130 points. That's so cheap. I really like these. This is a lot of fun. The next army expansion we have here are little weasels. I don't know. What are these? We got the Wing Commander Tuck, Herringen, and the Vorid Glide Strikers. All right, let's check them out. Okay, we got Wing Commander Tuck Herringen. He's cool looking. Little squirrel. What is he? He's a Vorid. They're not squirrels, they're Vorids. Whatever. That's their race. Vorid. And he's a champion. So what does he do? Glide in 13. Tuck Herringen does not start the game on the battlefield, so like Airborne Elite. If Herringen has not been placed on the battlefield before revealing a numbered order marker, you may roll the 20-sided die. If you roll a 13 or higher, place Herringen on an empty space. You cannot place Herringen adjacent to other figures or on glyphs. Then you may move any or all of your unrevealed order markers to this army card. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then Evasion 1, Herringen increases defense value by 1 when defending against non-adjacent figures. So he's stronger, so he's got 3 if you're shooting at him. Let's see, 4 life. He's got 4, that's pretty good. 4 life, 2 defense is low, but 3 for ranged people, and you're going to be planning to do range since he has range, and attack 3 is decent. That's kind of cool. So basically, you roll the 13 or higher every time you reveal an order marker. Once you reveal an order marker, whether it's on turn 1 or turn 3, you get to place him pretty much anywhere on the map, obviously on height, so he's got more defense, he's got more attack, and then you can decide if you want to move some order markers to take some activations with him. So that's pretty cool. That's a good filler. There has been some times kind of building with the new stuff. Hard to decide on what you're going to fill with because there's just not a lot of new figures yet, but so we're getting more, so I would take him as a filler. That's cool. Let's check out his friends. All right, the Vorid Glide Strikers. Okay, this is like all the animals of the forest. And that one's got a robotic. We got a beaver, a fox. It kind of looks like a pug dog thing, and maybe a wolf fox, another black fox or something. Those are fun. Yeah, look at that. Little foxes, beavers. Not sure what that is. They look really cool. I like that. 65 points, pretty cheap. 1 life, move 4. A little slow, but they can fly in and land anywhere. Range 6, so decent range. Attack 2 is not super high. Defense 2 is not super high. But again, you're going to be landing these guys on height, usually. Let's see, what is their glider landing? Vorid Glide Strikers do not start the game on the battlefield, so kind of like the other guy. Before revealing an order marker on this army card, you may place 1 Glide Striker from this card that has not been destroyed onto an empty space. You cannot place that figure adjacent to other figures. The placed figure cannot move normally this turn, so you can't move them when you land them. You just attack. And then Evasion 1, so they got 3 defense against ranged attacks. Okay, that's very interesting. What's really cool about these guys, when I look at it, they're a great filler for an end game or for taking out certain figures throughout the game. So if you see an opening where like they could take a key point or a key thing, key position, you throw an order marker on there, you got to fly 1 in, take a shot. Or at the end, you could bring 1 in, take a shot, bring another one, take a shot, and the other one can move. So I think they're really good for end game because you only get to bring in 1 at a time when you put an army or an order marker on them. But also it's really cool because they can't be killed or targeted in any way until you put your order marker on them. So they're great for that kind of end game, especially you don't have to worry about order marker management. The worst thing that happens, maybe everything's dead except for these guys, and you lose 2 turns. Whoop-de-doo. They can try to set up as best as they can, but then you can start bringing these guys in for those last kills. Could make the difference. So they're very fun. They're very fun. Okay, that's almost all the figures. There are 2 more actually that are really exciting. We'll see after the terrain stuff. So terrain systems. More terrain. It's nice to have in a box. You don't have to get duplicates. This is the Swamps of Valhalla. So that's going to be really cool. Let's see what there we go. So we're getting them 2 for 24 hex, bunch of 7s, 3s, 2s, 1s, and 20 of the swamps with 3 hex swamps, and then 2 underbrush. I really like the look of those. They look really cool. Reminds me of prehistoric age. Grundak standing in the bushes or Tornak on his raptor would look really good in that. So that's cool. Getting some of those. And then the other box we'll be getting, it looks like, will be the Snowfields of Valhalla. So we're going to get 2 trees. We're going to get a bunch of snow hex tiles, including a 24 hex snow tile, as well as a bunch of ice tiles. So a lot of fun. I actually really like the ice trolls, so he'll get a lot of benefit from getting more maps with ice. Or Nirak too, he gets a bonus. I was not expecting this. They're coming out with their own paint set. It looks like Army Painter. I have a lot of Army Painter, so it looks just like it, but Heroscape specific names and colors. Yeah, check it out. Look, here's some of the names of them. Einar Purple. We got Dwarf, Hivebone. Then you got Aquila, Vidar, Jandar, Admiral Purple. I wonder who that's for. Revna. That's really cool. I'm excited for that paint set. It's always nice to get more paints, more color choices, and especially Heroscape ones. Nice. Look, yeah, looks like we got Sergeant Drake's going to be available now for purchase. So if you didn't get him with the original pre-order, you can just buy him now. All right, this one's so exciting. Major Q11. Look at him. He looks so cool. Let's go check out his card. Major Q11. So get your orders in. Just so you know, I do have a link in the description to do pre-orders. If you want to order any old stuff, any of the new stuff, that would be great. Helps out the channel. Definitely going to be ordering to get this guy. Let's check the card out. We got 4 life. That's very typical for some of these Solborgs. 5 move. That's good. Range 1. Yeah. So only melee. Yeah, unless his abilities say otherwise. Attack 6. That is a hard hitter. Defense 6. Got a lot of defense too. Only 160 points just for that stat block. That's good. Let's see what his abilities are. Full barrage, special attack. It's the full thing. All of it. Barrage it all. All right, so it's a range special, attack special. When using full barrage special attack, Major Q11 may attack up to 3 times. Each attack must target a different figure and must use a different range and attack value pair from the list below in any order. Well, that's cool. So you can use them whatever makes the most sense for you. So there's a range 7 attack 2. So that's very similar to Major Q10 with his range 7 attack 2, but he can do it 4 times. So he only can do it 3, and they're all at different ranges, but he gets some higher rolls too. So a range 5, so mid for 3, and then close up for 4, which equates to what, 9 dice? So that's a little more than a lot of people get a roll. Really cool. I like that. Vidar's hammer. He does have a hammer, so what else can he do? When Major Q11 attacks an adjacent figure with a normal attack, you may choose one small, medium, or large figure that is adjacent to the defending figure. If the defending figure receives any wounds from Major Q11's attack, the chosen figure receives 1 wound. Dang, that's powerful, because he doesn't attack a 6. So you got 2 choices. You either attack like a rat, kill it, and then it damages Q9 or Raylan, or you're attacking somebody else like Raylan or a dragon or something, and there's a green scale or somebody else next to him, auto wound him. Fighting Torkulna, attack Torkulna for 6, and then get a wound through, and then you get a wound one of the grubs he was planning to eat. That is really cool. Man, he's sweet looking. He's powerful. I'm excited to get this guy. So cool. Major Q11. And then there's one more promo. Thorax Dragoon. He looks really cool. Got a bug riding one of these. It looks similar to like Queen Maladrix's. Yeah, it is. It's a Scordorai or whatever. So from the hives. Got a bug riding it though. That's fun. Let's see. What is the stat block? 6 life. That's good. 6 move. 5 attack, 5 defense. Not bad. Still taking Q11 right now. But what is his abilities? Maddening Chitter 14. Once per round, before taking a turn with Thorax Dragoon, you may choose any enemy figure within 6 clear sight spaces of Thoraxis and roll a 20-sided die. If you roll 14 or higher, you may look at one unrevealed order marker on that figure's army card. You may then choose any other figure controlled by the same player and move the order marker to that figure's army card. That's strong. Like, depending on what their army composition is, they potentially lose a turn almost, because if it's just on a filler, you can move it from like the squad that's attacking you or a unique hero, drop it over on some filler like an Isamu, or like if they have the gliders, you force them to drop a glider now. So that's interesting. That's a cool ability. The only thing which I think I need a little clarification, maybe put in the comments what you think. It says once per round, so is that I get 1 try, and if I fail, that's it? Or do I get a try until I get it? And then he has Battle Frenzy, which Battle Frenzy 16. So he can go chance 16 or higher. He gets attack again. That could be really strong. He is a Hive Lord, so you can bond him with the Grubs. That'd be fun build. Grubs and this guy, which, I mean, his stat block is very similar to Torkulna. Pretty even in that sense. He doesn't get the trample, but a chance to make them, in a way, lose a turn, potentially mess up their turn. And if you get attack again, that's really powerful. And he's a little cheaper than Torkulna, so yeah, definitely a build to try out for sure. Really cool. And how do we get him? All right, to get Thoraxus, it looks like it'll be in store tournaments. So in February. Cool. And March. All right, just a little quick recap on all of these. They got a little pre-order guide. You have each of the expansions and when to order them. So February and then April. So it looks like, and then Major Q11 pre-order promo by ordering at least one April release. So you get Major Q11 in April, and then all these other guys coming out in February. So that is fun. Oh, I'm sad that the Oathbound, all the bugs aren't till April. Makes sense. Springtime, right? That's when the bugs come out. Well, that's awesome. So again, I got an affiliate link down there if you want to get some ordered. All right, the last thing, they got store championships. So you're playing the championships in the store will help you qualify to get ahead in the worlds at Gen Con for 2025. So that's cool. Look for those, get in them, get part of the community. Jump on the Battle Network, see if anybody's playing near you and in your local stores. It's so much fun playing this game, especially playing with people in person. It's good times, a lot of fun. The community is so great. For me, by far, it's been one amazing experience. Everybody's so helpful, so friendly, and there's some really good competitive players. So it can be be a big challenge playing too. So I enjoy the whole PvP, if you could say, of all the different games. That's what I like doing. It's a lot of fun. Well, that was very exciting to see all the new Heroscape coming out. If you like this video, go check out one of my other videos on Heroscape, or you want to get some accessories and whatnot, check out these videos as well. Be the hero game night.